Welcome everybody. My name is Michael or Kubera. Today we are discussing about the absurd growth of crypto ATMs. Bitcoin is booming, everybody. So let's us roll that intro. Welcome. Bitcoin is currently $15,209. We are just under $450 billion market cap for all of the cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's dominance is 64.5%. So it's certainly risen over the past month, but even more so, a number that has risen is the amount of crypto ATMs. Remember when I made a video, what was it, like last month in October, when we reached 10,000 Bitcoin ATMs? And I told you I want to own some Bitcoin ATMs in Poland. I want to own some Bitcoin ATMs probably in Ukraine. There was very little competition over here. There was 66 Bitcoin ATMs in Poland, 3 major companies, 2 of which were really the only players because the third only had 3 ATMs, while these guys both had, 20, 30 ATMs. So there wasn't too much going on, and it is growing slowly. But in America, there's over 8,000 ATMs. So 10,000 was not too long ago. Well, now we're approaching 12,000, and a survey was done and a statistic was published that a new cryptocurrency Bitcoin ATM is posted every single hour. Every single hour. That is insane. Every single hour, 24 new Bitcoins, almost 24 new Bitcoin ATMs every single day. And that number is also growing. It is growing steadily. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. That's hundreds of Bitcoin ATMs in such a small amount of time. And it's also popping up in countries where we've never really seen Bitcoin ATMs before, or there's very limited amounts of them because it's getting cheaper and cheaper to operate. So the total amount of ATMs increased from 4,213 in 2019 to 9,242 in 2020, which was an increase of more than 50%. And then from 9,242, which was earlier this year, then we beat 10,000. And currently, in total, around the world, there are 11,700 ATMs, according to Coin ATM Radar. So there might be more ATMs out there that just haven't been published on Coin ATM Radar. That could very well be true, but in most cases, you'd want to publish it on there because it's basically free marketing, right? You see that, hey, it's kind of like being on Google. If you want to be front page on the search engines, you're probably not going to be using Yahoo and Bing promotions that much. You're going to be promoting on Google. You want to be on Google. So there's certainly probably some ATMs that are maybe just getting set up, and they're going to be popping up tomorrow, the next week, what's that? It is definitely easy to set up a Bitcoin ATM. In some countries, it's very, very difficult to do it. In other countries, in New York City, there's a lot of regulation. In some places, you have KYC AML. In other cases, you don't really have to worry about that. Obviously, those cases are going to be better because there's going to be more people who are using. So in Europe, for example, I'm able to use a Bitcoin ATM. I do not have to show my ID, my passport, whatever. They don't care about that. Unless it's over a certain amount of euros, thousands and thousands of euros per day, which I'm just able to go to another Bitcoin ATM, or I'm just able to do another transaction, so I don't have to do it in the same transaction. It's not like New York City, where it's very regulated. So there's a lot of Americans who might be like, whoa, all right, sure, yes. Even with the regulation, there's a lot of hype for Bitcoin. Bitcoin just reached $60,000. Woohoo, PayPal's now offering buy, sell features of crypto. JP Morgan Chase is excited about cryptocurrency. They're making their own stable coin. You had Square that started investing. You had MicroStrategy that invested $250 million. They made like 60%. They made hundreds of millions of dollars. Their stocks started rising. You have a lot of institutional investors who are growing. Bitcoin's very stable, so you have a lot of people who want it to rise. We're in a bullish market. There's also external negative effects on the economy, on unemployment, inflation, trillions of dollars of stimulus packages. You had the election. You had a lot of stuff going on. And all of this culminates in more and more people who are like, hey, I want to own a crypto ATM. So we're certainly going to hit that 15,000 number pretty soon, probably, and then 20,000, 50,000. And then it's just going to get saturated. And there's some cryptocurrency ATM owners that just don't really care about money They just want to see that adoption. And usually these are the small local crypto ATMs, which are placed in their mini store, their grocery store, their vape shop. There's a lot of these owners, and you'd be surprised. So the first ever Bitcoin ATM was in 2013. It was by a company called RoboCoin, and it was placed in a Vancouver coffee shop. Now, there's people who are saying that there's the obvious concern of money laundering, but my response to that is yes, there certainly is money laundering with cryptocurrency, but there's also money laundering with banks, with the US dollar, with euros, with yen, with pretty much anything, with gold, with diamonds, anything of value. There will always be money laundering. Will regulation stop all of it? No. Does regulation help? In some cases, yes. But it is still a very, very tiny fraction of the amount of users who just go to a Bitcoin ATM because they want to buy Bitcoin. They want to see it as an investment, or they want to play around with it, or they just want to protect their money, or they want to avoid taxes or whatever. You should pay your taxes. But still, this is very, very good news, folks. So crypto and Bitcoin ATM adoption is up. Not all ATMs support, altcoins. Some are just one way instead of two ways, so you can't even sell your Bitcoin. You just can buy Bitcoin, but it depends on how expensive the ATM is going to be. Two ways are going to be usually a few $1,000s more expensive, and then you have thousands of dollars because you also have to get a license in some places. You have to do maintenance, you have to install, you have to get electricity, you have to insert the money, you have to get security. There's a lot of stuff going into it, so it's not as easy as a lot of people think. But over time, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. So I'm excited about this. Very, very good news. Awesome video. Thank you for the support recently we've had. We just did a live stream today. There's going to be probably another live stream in a few days. And that's the video. Oh, fun fact. The first Bitcoin ATM in Poland, I believe it was 2015 or 2016. And they probably would have done a really good job. It's just that they were a scam. So in Poland, the very first Bitcoin ATM was set up in an exchange, which the exchange was a scam because they just wanted to take investors' money. And what's funny, if they thought about it in the long run, they would have made more money if they stuck with Bitcoin instead of stealing investors' money. But hey, you have people who just look at it in the short term. So always look for long-term Bitcoin. And that is that. That's today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you'd like to donate, we have our Bitcoin address below. And that is that. See you guys in the next video. Bye.